Okay students, good morning to all. So today we are going to discuss thermal conductivity from the concept from the chapter thermal properties of matter. Is it clear? So let us first discuss its statement. So before we are going to discuss this statement, so let me write its mathematical form and see this is the diagram. It's from here to here, length is d distance. This is one conductor. We know that conductor allows heat, and this is area of cross section. See, thermal conductivity. See, first of all, నేను మీకు thermal conductivity అంటే మీకు డెఫినిషన్ ఫార్ములా కాకుండా అర్థమయ్యేలాగా చెప్తాను చూడండి. సో మీరు ఒక థర్మల్ కండక్టర్ ఏదైనా ఒక కండక్టర్ వైర్ కానివ్వండి రాడ్ కానివ్వండి ఏదైనా సరే తీసుకొని మీరు ఇక్కడ హీట్ అప్లై చేస్తే అది ఇలా ట్రావెల్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? సో అది ఎలా ట్రావెల్ చేసింది అంటే ఈ యొక్క థిక్నెస్ అన్నది ఎక్కువగా ఉంటే తక్కువ హీట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అయింది, తక్కువగా ఉంటే ఎక్కువ హీట్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అయింది. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? సో లెట్ us discuss its definition. The process of transfer of heat. The process of transfer of heat through a material without any actual movement of molecules or atoms or particles, but due to collision between them is called as thermal conductivity. That means if you give any heat to the material, it will the heat flows from hotter body to colder body. Everyone knows that the heat flows from hotter body to colder body. Is it clear? For example, if you consider this is a conductor, a wire or rod or any type of material such as conductor. See, its area of cross section is A and it's from its length D. From here to here length is D. And imagine here the temperature is theta 2 and here the temperature is theta 1. And you can consider here theta 2 is greater than theta 1. So this is our assumption. Is it clear? This is our assumption, which means it is higher temperature, it is lower temperature, and also we know that heat always flows from hotter body to colder body, or highest temperature to lowest temperature. Is it clear? According to this concept, this is highest temperature and this is lowest temperature. Is it clear? For example, the heat flows from here to here in a certain time t. That time t is it clear? Now here the thermal conductivity, we know that heat flows from here to here. So heat we are always measuring in quantity of heat. That means quantity of heat. So first point, quantity of heat is directly proportional to area of cross section. Quantity of heat is directly proportional to area of cross section. More area, more quantity of heat will transfer. And second one, heat is directly proportional to difference in temperature. Difference in temperature. Theta 2 minus theta 1. Is it clear? Difference in temperature. And third one, quantity of heat is directly proportional to time difference or time. Quantity of heat is directly proportional to time. More time, more heat. And the last one, quantity of heat is inversely proportional to its length of the conductor. Is inversely proportional to its length of the conductor. If this length is more, quantity is less. If this length is less, the quantity will high. Is it clear? That's it. That means if you combine this all equations, quantity of heat is directly proportional to A theta 2 minus theta 1 theta 2 minus theta 1 by B into T. So this is the condition. Is it clear? Are you getting my point? equation. If you remove this proportionality constant, you can place here some constant k, that is equal to q is equal to some k into a, theta 2 minus theta 1 into t by d. And if you rewrite this equation, so this is q by, this is e to t, if it comes this side, by t, q by t is equal to some constant k into a, theta 2 minus theta 1 by small d. This is the formula for quantity of heat flows per time. Quantity of heat flows per time. Or the rate of flow, or the rate of heat flow. The rate of heat flow. Is it clear? Time means rate of heat flow. Is it clear? Is it clear? See, if you write the formula for constant k, see q by t is equal to k into a, theta 2 minus theta 1 by d. That if you want to write this equation, so మీరు k కి మాత్రమే వాల్యూ రాయాలనుకుంటే అప్పుడు k is equal to ఏమైందంటే q into d. See, just ఈ స్టెప్ ఇట్ సైడ్ వచ్చింది, ఈ స్టెప్ ఇట్ సైడ్ వచ్చింది. లేదంటే మీకోసం స్టెప్ రాస్తాను చూడండి. క్రాస్ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చేయండి. Do the cross multiplication. See, cross multiplication. q into d is equal to k into a into theta 2 minus theta 1 into t. So we want to put this equation. So k is equal to q into d by a into theta 2 minus theta 1 into t. That's it. This is the formula for k. What is k? K is the coefficient of thermal conductivity. Coefficient of thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity. Is it clear? I hope you all understand this one. Is it clear? Right, very good. Okay, students. So today we are going to discuss Boyle's law. So Boyle's law, it states that, or statement, at a constant temperature, the volume of given mass of a gas, is inversely proportional to its pressure, which means, let us assume, if P is the pressure, and V is the volume, P is the volume, which means at a constant temperature, the volume of a given mass of a gas, is inversely proportional to, which means the reciprocal, inversely proportional to pressure. Is it clear? Inversely proportional to pressure. So if you rewrite this equation, V is equal to some constant by P. If you remove this proportionality constant, and if you rewrite this equation, P into V is equal to constant, which means P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. Is it clear? P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2 is always constant, every time, every instant. Pressure into volume is always constant at a constant temperature. That is Boyle's law. That is the most important law in thermodynamics, especially thermal properties of matter. Is it clear? I hope you all understand this one. So let me explain. For example, see, imagine this is a body. If you increase pressure inside the body, or మీరు జస్ట్ ఈ బాడీని కంప్రెస్ చేసినట్లయితే ఈ లోపల ప్రెజర్ పెరిగింది, దీని వాల్యూమ్ తగ్గింది. లేదు ఈ బాడీని ఎక్స్పెండ్ చేస్తే వాల్యూమ్ పెరిగింది, ప్రెజర్ తగ్గింది. ఒకటి పెరిగింది, ఒకటి తగ్గింది. ఇస్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? ఆల్వేస్ కాన్స్టెంట్. which means if pressure into volume is equal to constant means one should high, other should low. Pressure should low, volume should high. Always balancing the condition or balancing is constant. Is it clear? One should high, other should low. One should low, other should high. This is the behind calculation for Boyle's law. This is valid for at a constant temperature. Is it clear? Now next we will discuss Charles laws. Okay students, Charles laws. At a constant pressure, and Charles laws has two laws. Charles proposed two laws. One is at a constant pressure and at a constant volume. First of all, we will discuss at a constant pressure. At a constant pressure, the volume of given mass of a gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature, which means Kelvin scale temperature. Absolute means Kelvin scale temperature. Is it clear? See, pressure at a constant pressure is constant, which means given mass of a gas volume V is directly proportional to its absolute temperature, where P is constant. Which means V is equal to some constant into T, then V by T is equal to constant, which means V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. So this is it clear? Are you understanding this one? V1 by T1 is equal to V2 by T2. This should be high, this should be high, this should be high. If temperature is more, volume is more. If temperature is less, volume is less. Is it clear? See, if volume is raising, then also temperature is also raising. It is equal to constant. If volume is increasing, if volume is decreasing, also temperature is also decreasing, is also constant. Is it clear? Understand? Right. Are you getting my point? Next, at a constant temperature is completed. Charles law at a constant volume. Is it clear? So we have to discuss this one. At a constant volume. Charles law at a constant volume. The pressure of a given mass of a gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. Which means the pressure of a given mass of a gas P is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Is it clear? If P is more, if temperature is more, pressure is more. If temperature is less, pressure is less. At a constant volume. P is constant. Which means P is directly proportional. P is equal to some constant into T. That P by T is always constant. Is it clear? Which means P1 by T1 is equal to P2 by T2. That's it. If this is more, this is more. If this less, this less. These are the Charles two laws in thermodynamics. Is it clear? Please note this one. Okay. So ideal gas equation, which is related to three thermodynamic quantities: The thermodynamic quantities names are pressure, volume, temperature. This is the thermodynamic relation. This equation is called as thermodynamic relation, and the thermodynamic quantities are pressure, volume, and temperature. These three are the thermodynamic quantities, and the related equation is called as ideal gas equation. Is it clear? In ideal gas equation, PV is equal to RT for 1 mole of gas. PV is equal to nRT for n mole of gas. And R is the universal gas constant, and its value 8.31 joule per mole Kelvin. R of 8.31 joule mole inverse Kelvin inverse. Is it clear? Are you also getting? I hope you all understand this one. So, if you have any doubts, you can ask in WhatsApp. Is it clear? Right. Okay. Thank you.